Hello everybody, it's Thinking Thursday again with Miss Sara. This week is automobiles and things that go, so we're going to learn how to draw a couple things. So far you've learned about a few different kinds of things that go, like a car, a bus, a train, a boat, things like that. You sang a song with Miss Erica about a train and learned some sign language. Then you wrote some words with Miss Rhodey. And so today we are going to start with a few shapes. I'll show you. We're going to start with a few shapes and let me know if you know what these are. This one is a four-sided shape and all the sides are the same. What is that? A square. This one is round. What is that? A circle. This one has three sides. What is that? A triangle. This one is like a square, but it's longer. It has two short sides and two long sides. It's a rectangle. So we have a square, a circle, a triangle, and a rectangle. We're going to use all of those shapes to make different things that go. And they're not going to be very lifelike drawings, but we're going to try here, okay? So let's start with the car. What is a shape we could use to make the wheels? Wheels need to go around and around on the ground. So probably a circle would be the best shape to use. So let's draw some circle wheels. Okay. Now the car can move. All right, I think we need some windows so that the person driving can see out. Why don't we could do two things. We could use two squares and do a front window and a back window. But I think I'm going to use a rectangle and show you a trick. So let's draw a rectangle right here. Okay. Now that's a really big window, but watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this in half, and it looks like two squares put together. Two squares inside there make a rectangle. And that makes it look like there's two windows that are together, but they're two separate windows. Okay, we need a little door handle, so let's draw a little rectangle for a door handle. And I think that's about it for our car. Like I told you, it's not very lifelike, but we used two circles, a rectangle, and another rectangle that we cut in half to make two squares. Okay, now let's move on to the boat. This boat shape is half of a circle. So to do this, I went over and around like that. Okay, now let's draw a line like this. That'll be the pole to hold the sail or the mast. Okay, so what shape would be a good shape to make a sail? Kind of like a flag shape. I guess we could use a square, a triangle, or a rectangle, but I think I'm going to use a triangle. So I'm going to use this as one side. So that's one side of our triangle, and then I'm going to go up and then connect it to this one. And there's our triangle. So there's our boat. We used half of a circle and a triangle to make a boat. Now let's make a bus. So we're already starting with a rectangle to make a bus. And we used circles to make wheels. So let's do that. Circle. And a circle. Okay, now I think let's use a square for the front window. So let's draw square. Oh my. Let's draw a different square. Okay, square for the front window. And now I'm going to use a long rectangle for all of the back windows. And I'm going to do the same thing I did for the car, and I'm going to cut it into squares so that there's a bunch of windows. Okay, so for a bus, we used a rectangle, another rectangle for the windows that we cut into little squares, another square for the front window where the driver sits, and two circles for the wheels. Okay, last we're gonna do a train that right now it looks kind of like a silly sock, but we're gonna turn this into a train. And I think the first thing we're gonna do, this is the part of the train, the front of the train that pulls it, the rest of it. So I think we need a little window. So I'm gonna do a square. Okay. And we need some circles for the wheels so it can roll. All right, now we need the cars behind it. So let's draw a little line. This is going to be the line that connects the cars together so the train stays together when it goes. Then I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to draw another line and another rectangle. And then those cars need wheels. And have you ever noticed on trains, they have the lines that keep the wheels together too. All right, so we have a square for the front window. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wheels, 6 circles, and 2 rectangles. And I think maybe we'll do one of these cars with windows so that something can ride inside. So let's do 3 squares inside. Okay, and then I think in this one is going to be like open on top. So there could be something inside, like maybe a giraffe poking out. Okay, like animals riding inside here, and their heads are, sorry for the siren, their heads, are poking out the top. So if you don't do all of these vehicles, I would like you to try to at least draw the train, because we might draw something next week, some animals that go inside this train for next week. But let's see how many squares we did. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares to make our things. 11 squares. Let's see how many circles we used. I'm going to count this because it's half of a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa, we used the same amount of squares as we did circles. 11. Now let's count the triangles. This is going to be easy. Watch. One triangle. I wonder what else you could use triangles for to make something that, like to make another automobile. I want you to see if you could fit another triangle in somewhere. And let's count our rectangles. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 3 rectangles. So we used a lot of squares and a lot of circles, but not so many triangles and rectangles. So I want 5-day. How about let's see, you try and draw all of these things that go, okay? I want you to try to draw all of them and see how many of each shape you used to draw those automobiles. 3-day, I want you to try and draw as many of those as you can and maybe try and count the shapes too. But if not, just try and draw as many as you can, okay? And 2-day, maybe parents can help you draw these automobiles and you can count the shapes together. And then I want you to pick one of those automobiles. Or they're not really all automobiles, but I want you to pick one of those things that go, and I would like you to color a whole page. I want you to fill in the whole page with color, and I will show you an example that I did. I drew a boat. Look at that. So I did this on my iPad, but I colored in with my little Apple pencil. I did water, and I filled it all in blue. I made the sky blue. I did a boat, the SS Highlands. And there's Miss Sara, because Miss Sara always has her hair up. She doesn't like hair in her face, does she? There's Miss Carrie, Miss Rhodey, and Miss Erica. And the sunshine. And look how I did this sunshine. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 triangles and 1 circle to make a new kind of sun. Before, when we made a sun, we just did lines, right? This one, I used triangles. Maybe that's a way that you could use more triangles in your picture. But I want you to try and fill up a whole page just like Miss Sara did, okay? I hope that you have a good week and get ready for Book Fun Friday tomorrow. It's going to be sheep in a Jeep, not duck in a truck, but it's still going to be fun and rhyming. All right, have a good day. Do good on your drawings and try your hardest. I know you can do it.